Good news, bad news. The good news is the city of Kelowna is in the golf business. The bad news for some is it's not Kelowna Springs, but it's Michaelbrook Ranch Golf Course.
Yeah.
The city just purchased that.
Yeah, I mean, and the city, to a little bit of a degree, had been in the golf business with, the other golf course that's out by the airport.
True.
So that was something that was acquired at one point in time for airport expansion. Recognizing that, the airport will expand eventually and there'll be needs for those particular areas. But while we're waiting for that, it just continues to operate as a golf course. And I believe Michaelbrook I know Michaelbrook, it will be a similar situation. It was future planning. The individuals who purchased the golf course came to us and said, we are looking at, we've ran this operation for a few years. We've done a lot of work on the course of upgrading the course itself. We've done a lot of work in upgrading the clubhouse, but it's not something that we want to continue to do. Pretty well straight out. It was, something that they were uncertain of what their future was, but it's not something they wanted to continue to do. So they came to us and said, are you interested in looking at acquiring this for future use? Because they were aware of, previous communication that the city had released. There was an individual down in Vancouver who was potentially also interested in the purchase. So they went through the process of doing proper appraisals, evaluations of the land, the golf course, all through third-party sources, and then came back and had discussions, and the individuals chose that they would like to look at selling it to the city. And so there it sits as future expansion with regards to recreation lands. But until those plans are, and they, when we look at those particular plans, I mean, they could be 15, 20 years out. Your point of, are we looking at, those walkable golf courses deteriorating within our community? We're aware of that. And it is something that we have discussions here on, what the future plans are. At the same time, trying to, deal with the growth that happens within the community.